Hello there, and welcome to episode 7 of A Tiny Dot in Space, where I explore the regions, districts, provinces, states, whatever you call them, around the world on GeoGuessr. And I do so with the aim to A, have a good time, and B, to score 25,000 points on GeoGuessr while exploring. And if I fail to score 25,000 points, well, that area will stay on the list to be picked at random at some other date. And if I do play a 25,000 point round, well, that area goes off the list and will not be played again, at least not in this series. Also, I take requests in this series, so if you have a region you would like to see me play, maybe your home region or something else that you're curious about, drop me a line in the comments and I will put it in the pipeline of episodes to record. The only thing that will delay a request is whether I have already recorded episodes that are ahead of it in the pipeline. I don't have a set schedule or plan for what area I will play next. That is completely at random and is only picked once I am done with the episode I'm currently recording. Today, we are moving back into one of the regions I did in the previous series where I failed to do a 25,000 point round. We're moving into Estonia and we're moving into the Harju maakond region or county, which is the county of the capital of Estonia, i.e. the city of Tallinn and its surrounding countryside. And I seem to recall that it was a fairly close call back then. There wasn't much separating me from a perfect 25,000 point round, so let's hope that we can get there again. And let's have a look at the map, and could have a look at the statistics from that previous game. And it shows me that yes, I failed one round by 3 meters. Ooh, that's tough. So yeah, that's how things go every now and then. So it just make a slight miss. Anyway, so only one other person has been playing this. I see I played this the 10th of May. That is like the day before I recorded or played the Balearic Isles map in that previous series. And they were actually recorded a day apart. That's interesting. Anyways, we're going to make a challenge. And as usual, I'll put the link in a safe spot, which will require a little bit of typing. There we go, and copy. So we are ready. Let's go. Ooh, this is nice. Well, I would assume that we are in Tallinn proper. There's some serious wooden buildings. Actually, it reminds me a bit of, but only a bit. If you go to Trondheim in Norway, the downtown city center has a lot of wooden buildings like these, although the architecture is slightly different. And definitely the architecture is slightly different, and the color schemes kind of looks like a cross between Trondheim and the old mining town of Røros. And so this is the Suve and the Sugise. That U with the wave on top of it, or the tilde, or whatever you call it. Sedi. That's the one name, isn't it? Sedi. That's a C underneath the C, isn't it? Oh well. Anyways, so Suve and Sugise. So yeah, I never got the pronunciation of that particular letter straight. Here we are on the Technica. Yeah. This looks like we must be very, very downtown, I think. Sort of just the outskirts of the... Yeah, and if you're on the outskirts of the commercial area, we should be going northeast towards the sea rather than heading towards the back country. Well, it's more or less a given that this is Tallinn. Estonia is not very densely populated to begin with, and yeah, let's see. So here we the chances of finding anything that looks like this are a bit slim. Tumpuiste. 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 And this is a proper street, and it goes sort of northwesty. And I believe we are... I think we're somewhere here. Of course, it could be in this part of town, but I think that looks a little too modern. That said, doesn't hurt to have a look, does it? This street is a bit of an aberration. It goes northeast-ish. Well, pretty much every other street goes northwest-ish. So, Technica, okay. No, that was not it. Let's see if we can find this tomb. Street. This one doesn't really seem to be wanting to reveal itself to me. And so we have to go and continue our search. This looks like a lovely area. It's just down. Wait. Okay, so tomb. Tallinna Tomkirk. Tomb means dome or cathedral. And then we got Toompea, which is not the one we are on, but it's sort of close in name. Let's see now. Let's see one more time what the name of the street was. Oh, we can get to the Hippodrome. Tuumpuiste. Okay, so let's just keep heading down this road, maybe. So we're getting to some green areas here. Oh, hello, here it is. Okay, so the Technica is this is Sugise. I think we were about there, weren't we? We were on the second building, right? This is number 12, yes. We're slightly past the middle of it, thereabouts. Nice, good start. Yeah, I would like to go to Tallinn. Seems like a nice place. This is almost the quintessential Estonian location, and this is a very likely spot for me to get it wrong. Because finding the right spot on the bend can be very difficult. Especially when you only have 25 meters of leeway. And in either direction. Urbuks, okay. And Paju. So, let's see, we're going southwest again, and that's not a good direction, is it? Well, now we're turning, so... Go northwest, it's very woody, as you can see, but that is Estonia and the Baltics in a nutshell. Now, see, Estonia tends to have... Well, that's great. Let's go like, yep, let's go to the bus stop, because their bus stops have names. Nikkerjärv. Huh. Nikkerjärv. That's an interesting name. I guess Järve would be lake. But Nikker. That's doesn't sound like sort of particularly Estonian to me. So Estonian is closely related to Finnish language. And together with Hungarian, they are the only two or only three languages that make up the Finno-Ugric, or what it's called in English, language branch in Europe. So, and Nikker doesn't really sound like something out of well, that's interesting. What do we have here? Oh, something that's not around for that one. But this Neelijärvi, Janeda, this looks like several. These are the coats of arms of several communes or something. There's Janeda. But that's outside. So, but I would assume that Ania, that is up there. Something starting with E. And then we've got Neelijärvi. There's some communes here. That's a lake. Maybe we might be on this one. No. Okay, for now, just put a marker over there and assume that's the area we're in. And now it would be really nice to know the name of this town, which I failed to catch as we came into it. That's a railroad station. That could be useful. Just gonna check here first what it says on that thing. Aigviidu Kulas. Nope. Just no. Will this train station have a name? It seems like it might have suffered the fate of most railway stations in Europe. Okay, so the place is actually called Aigviidu. And this has probably been sold off as a house to someone. Northwest. Oh, Aigviidu. That's here. Okay, here's the railroad station, and we came at as Nikkelijärvi. Now let's see, Utbuksa. Yeah, this is the bend we were on. All right. Current direction is southeast. Okay, so that means we're almost around the bend. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This bend goes on forever. 8, 9, 8, 7, 6, 7. It goes on to 8, but that is like way over here. Nah, I have to think of something else here. This won't work well. But so according to the map, the bend ends here. But that's not right. At least not from my perspective. From my perspective, it ends there. But it feels wrong. I can go for the roads. Let's try that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26 to that one doesn't show. 27 to the Urbuks. 27. Then we go on to the next one in the other direction. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. 25 and 27 between the two. Is 52. Halfway ought to be about there. But yeah, I don't really buy that, so I'm going to say we're there. No! Harju Maakond lives on to fight another day. Yeah, I was wrong that day. I was definitely not over here. But wow. Okay, we move on. Another town. Let's see. Uisme. That looks like a main road over there. How do we get there? Must be on the outskirts of Tallinn again. Well, all of this is. But, Mustamäe, Num, and Isme. Are those... Doesn't show immediately as... we can go to Perno, but that's a distance. But if we can go to Perno, Perno is down here, suggesting that we are somewhere up as Nim. And that is straight ahead to the southwest. Can I find any of the others? Like Mustamäe, yes, that's over there. To the west. Sorry, to the east, or to the south, rather. Okay. Isme is over here. Okay. Suggests that we're somewhere in this area. What's the name of the street? Okay, but maybe we can catch that silver. Because we got to be somewhere around. We got Merimetsa silver here, but is that the right one then? Let's see, well, it will go in it. No, that can't be right for a couple of reasons, but let's see now. We have Neste. We can go to Perno and we can go to Nym. This is a silver here, but we don't have the intersection. Okay, so let's try down here. If this is where we are, then the silver should be... No, but we're moving southwest. So that's not right. We could, of course, be over here, but no, there's no roundabout in this thing. There's a silver here, though. This looks more like the thing. It has the nest. So we were around there, weren't we? Let's see now. Okay, that's a parking lot. It's This area over here. Oh wait, that's part of the driving school. It's over there, most likely. So we have a big building over there, which must be the back of that. So I would assume we're about here. Let's see any buildings. Well, we got a shack at the back there. It's got to be that one, right? Slightly north of it. Yeah, I'm gonna go with that. Nice. Ooh. Oh. This looks like a challenge. Number 4. That might actually come in handy. Once we figure this one out. Well, where could this be? 27 something. It almost looks like what we would call a colony garden in Norway. Like, don't know if what you call it. Do you call them allotments? Like an area of the city that's been sectioned off to be used for private cultivation of fruits and vegetables and flowers only. And but that wasn't quite it. But anyways, Solobrinate, is that what it says? Can't read it for the trees. Next then, should we go west? Should we go east? There's a main road over there. Wow, this is leafy. But yeah. Oh, wait. Not quite what I envisioned, but okay. Let's see, this is Pirnipupst. Okay. Mardu. Okay, so we're over here. But of course, okay, it looks like Mardu is a mix of many things. Kurte. It kind of feels like it should be in this area. Yeah, that's going to be fun. Okay, so somewhere. I'm almost convinced that we are in here somewhere. Let's keep on moving and see where we wind up. Viljapuu. Of course, I'm assuming that we are in Mardu. Viljapuu. This way. Where do we wind up? That was the road which shall remain unnamed. Okay. But at least now we're on a major. Well, when I say major, I mean at least a proper thoroughfare of some sort. And it's got a name. Which of course shall elude me. Because that is the Unapupst. I'm not so sure that we are in Mardu. Of course, we could be up here. And this is where we are. Okay. Viljapuu. Pirnipuu. Sölmhena. That could be the one we were on. Hurry on. So it could have come out like here. Gone that way. And then down. Let's have a look. So we're facing northeast here. That could well be on the Sölmhena. Now, if this thing is a triangle, let's see, that's looking southeast. So now how does that work? So here we're looking southwest. Yes. Do we have numbers here? We do. Okay. That will come in helpful later. So it's 27 and we're looking northeast. Can we find a number 27 on one of these roads? Facing against us when we go northeast. Okay. Let's one more time. So here we go northwest. So it would kind of work if it was that, but doesn't quite. And okay, that road doesn't have a name. Wait a minute, Polahena and Solba. Solba. Okay, let's find Polahena. The Pöldhena, that is the one. Okay. Right, and here Pöldhena. That's not the 27 though. Let's see, but I probably got my directions messed up. Here we're looking southeast. How's that working? No, because we're looking northeast on the Sölm. Okay, so this is where we are now. So, but that should be the 27, right? Let's have a little look at this intersection. Yeah, that's right. So we are going on the Pöldhena Te. Ah, here's the 27 we're looking for. And so we're on the Vestihena. And facing number 3, which has to be this one. There's a bit of an open space at the back there. At number 4. I'm gonna go with that. Good. That was a bit of a challenge. And now, well, I think we're back in Tallinn again. Petri Pizza. Southeast is the wrong way to go. At least in my eyes. I want to go north towards the sea, so let's do that. Well, this should be possible to pin at least, but yeah, we are. Elene Harju Vallavalitsos. Now, Lene means. Now, let's see, let's get this right. So here's Lene Viru County, and over here is Ida Viru. So Lene means west. So West Harju Vallavalitsos. I have no idea what the Vallavalitsos is, but could be something that runs something in the west part of the county. Paldiski Kaupamaja. That's really innovating with the change between footages here, because the things I click to look at just disappear when I try to approach them. Oh well, but this is... Oh, what did... Radoneji Vaga Sergi Kirik. Okay, so there's a church of some sort over that way. Now we can get to Tavern Petri Toll, yes. Now go more or less straight north for a little bit. I was wondering for a second whether that was a high school graduate out of Norway. Well, they have a tradition of having several weeks of celebrating their end of high school. Thing is, though, that they tend to do that even before. Well, they do that before the exams end, or even they start that celebration even before the exams start. So we can be a little sad about it here. They can be in a somewhat rough shape when the actual exams start. And yeah, they tend to dress in red overalls, not separate shirt and pants like that person had. Then they'll wear red caps with tassels in them. Well, that's red if you are going to regular high school, preparing for college. If you are doing a mercantile one, you are dressed in blue. And if you are doing vocational high school, colors vary a bit, but usually you will be wearing black. But yeah, you don't do that here in... Okay, this is definitely a storage site for imported cars. So we've got to be quite close to a harbor somewhere. But of course, where I have absolutely no idea. And we are moving in the direction of the ocean. Bay of Finland. But that still seems to be a far way off. And this was a through road, so it must be through to somewhere. But right now I'm starting to doubt the wisdom of my decision. Is that a lighthouse? There is a lighthouse coming up. Well, maybe we should go and have a look at that. That could be interesting in itself. So let's see. Yeah, we're definitely coming up on the sea. Or are we is that just the clouds, or are we looking across to Finland? No, we can't be looking across to Finland. That's... Well, I guess we could. I don't know. How wide is that thing? No. It's way too wide to see Finland across there. So, I wonder if that's just some atmospheric thingy in the clouds. Okay, what did it say on that thing? Okay. So, we found a lighthouse. And a radio tower. This lighthouse seems a little rundown, but... Okay, so where do we find lighthouses? There are islands outside here, but I cannot see any of them. So how about... Let's see now. There's land over there to the southwest. We could, like, possibly be over here. You know something? Pakri Tuletorv, that is probably the lighthouse. Yeah, that thing. Campsite and accommodation, though, that doesn't really seem to be it. Let's see, there should be a parking. If I'm in the right spot, there should be a parking lot before long. Oh, there is. Okay. Yeah. Okay, that means... Let's see now. I think I saw the name Paldiski. Means we must have been down here somewhere. Can I find that? Yeah, that's Petri. Okay, so that was actually the name of a street. Okay, right. We found we found a town. Now we just need to find the right street crossing this one. What are you called? What businesses are here? This is the impossible to read street. No, it's the Pakri. What is this one? So, yeah, that's a good position. And there we are. Well, that was a shame. And we wind up with, I think that's 1 meter better overall. But I missed by 18 more meters than in the 16 more meters than I did in the previous attempt. So that means that Harju maakond will be going back on the list to be picked at a later date. So yeah, Harju maakond still eludes me in my 25k hunt, and that is the second of the 7 runs I've had where I have been denied a 25,000 point round. But yeah, that just means that my quest on our tiny dot in space is still on, and I'm glad you joined me on it. So until tomorrow, well, let's see where we will be going then. Bye bye.